What's going on, Matt? Jeff Carswell.
Matt Cronus, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we're going to do a little lesson today.
Okay.
Just going forward, just tell me a little bit about your golf game. Give me a little background on, play college golf at all. If you got any injuries or anything that, might cause some pain or some swing falls. Go ahead.
So I'm 28,
Okay.
assistant pro here at Eagle Ridge.
Right.
Grew up played high school golf all 4 years, and then I went to Brookdale Community College, played 2 years there, and then I moved down to Florida and went to the golf academy and been playing there. About a 2 handicap.
Okay.
I tore my ACL 2 years ago playing basketball.
All right. Right or left?
My right knee.
Right knee.
With
Okay.
my back knee, so it doesn't affect it too much. Sometimes after I walk 18 holes, it's a little sore. Swing-wise, doesn't really affect me too much anymore.
Okay. All right. About your golf game, when it's going well, what's the ball flight look like?
When I'm striking it well, pretty much play a draw. With my irons, driver seems to be a draw. With my wedges, I hit a little cut.
Okay.
Might be coming over the top.
Sure.
I'm 6'5", so I'm a little taller. Might get a little steep, but pretty much when I'm hitting it pretty good, it's a slight draw.
All right. And what about when it goes bad?
When it goes bad, it's either a pull or a snap.
Okay.
With the driver, snap hook.
Okay.
With irons, it'll be either a snap kind of or a pull or block it.
All
But
right.
mostly usually a pull with the irons and a snap hook with the driver.
Okay. And when you're out playing, is there anything you do? So you're on number 6 and you snap one left.
Right.
Is there something that you're thinking about on the next shot, or is there a swing thought that you try and get to, or is it just kind of grip it tight and
Right.
try and hold on?
Usually when, if I snap one with my driver the next hole, I'm thinking of kind of coming out a little wider and then maybe kind of dropping my elbow in. So I always have that. When I was younger, someone taught me that, so I kind of do that repetitive, and hopefully swing out to the right a little bit. It seems to kind of work itself out.
All right. And as far as contact on those misses, is it kind of be more toey, or is it, yeah?
Yeah, it seems to be more on the toe.
Okay.
A lot of my clubs, you can kind of see the toe more towards the toe. So I don't know if that, I haven't checked my clubs in a long time.
Okay.
So that might be something to look
All
at.
right, sounds good. Well, we'll do a little bit of a full swing ball contact type of a lesson right now.
Sure.
So it sounds like kind of pretty good player, well-rounded. Just trying to take the left side out of play a little more on the misses there.
Yeah.
Then maybe one of the lessons later on we'll do a little bit of club fitting and stuff and get you going.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and let a couple rip, I'm going to watch a couple.
Close.
So that rehearsal move that you just made, go ahead and set up over that ball again. We're going to give our ball a little blessing before we hit it every time. So when you take it away, I like that move that you're making here.
Mm-hmm.
Take it all the way through and get that extension, through this way, because you're still kind of in here and then way out over,
Okay.
kind of across the tower. Yep. Yeah, what we want to feel is that right shoulder, right hip,
Right.
everything kind of lead us through the shot.
Everything's kind of going.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, like that.
Am I still going back up right?
It's a little bit. I
sometimes?
mean, that's a bigger change to make.
Yeah.
Takeaway is getting pretty well. Is in a pretty decent position there. Go ahead again. Kind of getting here well.
Yeah.
But we'd almost like to see that rotation, get that shoulders going a little more there. You kind of get from here, and then
Okay.
get to your comfortable
Kind of
position of
more
way up high.
turn?
Yep. Almost that feeling of hands. When you hinge them there,
Right.
your hands are behind your shoulders here.
Rather
Instead
than.
of yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. No problem. So just, a couple drills to work on.
Yep.
Is kind of that, once you feel something where we're getting a little thin,
Yeah.
focus on that hand staying low through impact. As soon as you make one thin ball, or you strike one thin golf ball on the range, hit a couple almost little punch shots. So those hands stay low, everything kind of, that posture, everything staying down. That's going to take away that toe hit. Cause you to kind of sometimes flip it. And then that other thing is, as you address it, You want to figure out just getting off that right side of their leg. So take a couple rehearsals, get those hands and knees. Again, grip staying low, kind of our main thing. Once that grip comes up high up this way, it's a lot easier to come across it and hit that ball hard left. So kind of make sure your specs are right. I know you talked about, left kind of seems to be your miss. Also a little toey. So that could be some putt and things that we can change in there to kind of benefit your game and kind of take that, again, that left side out of the play. Also a couple of swing issues that we had from last week where they tend to be coming up and out of it, very upright. There might be some things that we're going to change to the length of the putt too. So. Alright, so again, pull up the toe there, which is kind of what's to be expected. So we're going to stick with this half-inch. Length feels good?
Yep.
Okay. Putt probably feels a little lighter than what you're used to, but... so what we're going to do now is we're going to start off and we're going to go just to 2 degrees upright. And see how much that can get us closer to the center of the putt face. See, you're trying to, you said it yourself before that you tend to pull it a little bit. As far as backstroke goes, it's pretty good, as far as on the line straight back. But as you said, the pop stroke that you have, when you're coming forward a little bit, left shoulder and everything seems to come up and out of it, and that's kind of what pulls everything left of it a little bit. So as you go ahead and set up, we're going to try and keep
hit it or practice?
Take a practice stroke first. But what we want to do is we want to try and keep that putter head a little lower to the ground through the golf ball.
Rather than coming up?
Yep. Yeah, rather than coming up, because we want to try and feel this stay lower. So go ahead and take a stroke. Yeah, we want to feel almost this hand as if you're pushing it into the cup instead of physically hitting the golf ball. Yep. Now, we don't necessarily need the railroad tracks because you're never really outside of the line, but a good visual just inside, so you can kind of lay one down your target line there and just to be able to see it. Yep.
Okay.
Got to divot there. There you go. Oh.
Yeah. Felt a lot better.
Yep. Yeah, we just want to feel that left shoulder, almost stay a little lower, so it's more of that right hand pushing motion. That's actually a pretty good rehearsal for you if you're to hold your hand right on your chest here, and just with your right hand, feel everything, feel your shoulders and chest moving a little more around your spine versus just kind of straight up and out of it a little bit.
Okay.
There you go, good stroke.
Yeah, rolls a lot better too.
Like that one. Take a couple more there.